at stake? Leadership in the SEC West.
Seems like there's more at stake than that if they're Les Miles, doesn't it?
Got it snapped. What's coming? John Parker Wilson. Fumble. LSU has recovered. Jacob Hester dives over. Touchdown. Nick Saban is back as the coach of a dreaded rival. Blocked. It is blocked. Wilson, quarterback sneak. Yes! Touchdown. Alabama remains undefeated. Here's Julio Jones. Gets by the safety, and he's got a chance. Touchdown, Alabama. The Crimson Tide win the West. It's just another typical Saturday in the SEC. We welcome you, everybody, to the Home Depot SEC on CBS. First out of the tunnel, the Tigers of Louisiana State University. Their head coach, Les Miles. He succeeded Nick Saban, who is about to lead the Alabama Crimson Tide onto the field. Both teams, as you can see, come in with 7 wins, 1 defeat for the year. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson along in just a moment. What's at stake here? Really simple. All of those goals that were posted on chalkboards back in August remain viable for whomever wins this game. Atlanta, national championship, a possibility. It adds a certain anticipation to it.
Vernon does. I think people all around the country are hooked on SEC football because of huge consequences in games just like this and great players. Now, we're going to see a little of everything in this game. Passes, finesse, trickery. But I think at the end of it, both sides are going to look at each other and say that the toughest team won. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, if there is a weak spot for LSU, it's got to be at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I'm afraid LSU can't run away from this one. Their quarterbacks they're playing to have not lived up to championship standards. Jefferson and Lee must play better to win. I think they have some help, though, in a different phase of the football game. I think they can look forward to their special teams helping them just enough to make that field a little shorter or add some points. You know, they say in football and offense, if you can just end with a kick. Well, they've got a great punter who gives them field position. They've got a great kicker that puts points on the board. And when the other team kicks, Patrick Peterson is the only player in college football that has plus 300 yards in punt returns and kickoff returns. He's a great one.
Alabama, the defending national champion. You think Alabama, I think you think running game. Not so much this year.
Yes, you're right. I mean, they got 2 great ones. You got a Heisman Trophy returning in Ingram. Trent Richardson is really a man's man. But on this version of this football team, they become more of a passing team. Julio Jones has broken out. He has become a go-to guy and thus a must-stop guy for defenses. There's other guys, but if LSU is going to win, Patrick Peterson, their star, is going to have to stop Julio Jones, the other team star.
Well, the coaches are named Miles and Saban. And a moment ago, Tracy Wolfson with Nick Saban.
Coach, you're coming off the bye week. What did you focus on that you want to see implemented today?
Well, we want to play a complete game. I mean, we haven't played a complete game all year, and that means every play in the game for 60 minutes in the game and try to dominate the guy you're playing against. And it's effort, toughness, and it's focus to execute.
You're playing the #1 defense in the SEC, so how do you move the ball offensively?
Well, we're going to have to mix it up, and we got to have great balance today, but we got to be able to knock them off the ball a little bit up front. We got to be able to pass, protect, and avoid a negative play.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Tracy, thank you. Sellout crowd, of course, on hand here. 62 degrees, wind out of the northeast, and the forecast sunny and cool. Alabama leads the overall series. Alabama, by the way, going for the 800th win in the history of the program today. And you saw the others. The winner of the SEC West has come out of this one for a number of years. Josh Jasper will kick off. And it's Trent Richardson who has a kickoff return for a touchdown this year. That was a 91-yarder. This will be Richardson at the 5. No TD this time. Teron Matthew, backup defensive back. And Lamine Barrow. Now here's Greg McElroy, starting quarterback. As a senior, they've emphasized the passing game a little more this year.
Well, everybody who's watched Alabama knows that a year ago they coached around McElroy early in the year, and then he earned it towards the end of the year. This year he has been a go-to quarterback.
McElroy under center. Julio Jones starts in motion. Ingram. That's the 500th carry for Mark Ingram as an Alabama Crimson Tide member. Chick-fil-A presents the offensive starting lineup. Up front, it's Carpenter, Warmack, Vlahos, Jones. Andre McCullough replaces Fluker at right tackle. Julio Jones, you saw 12 catches last game.
Ingram is way up here.
McElroy pulls up, drills it deep, man wide open, behind the intended receiver, but Julio Jones made the catch. Nope, now they're going to wave it off, incomplete.
I really felt when this ball was thrown late over the middle that LSU had a chance to get it, but it was thrown to the back shoulder. Julio had it for a second, but a great defensive play. Coming across, I think it was it Claiborne that came across, or was it Ron Brooks?
Francois.
Francois?
Yeah, the
linebacker.
Mays, Darius Hanks, wide to the right. Julio Jones, wide left.
Matched up with Peterson.
Who's up on the line of scrimmage. Ron Brooks running, tipped, intercepted. That's only the 4th interception this year for McElroy. Calvin Shepard, who's having an all-SEC year.
Well, it was to the tight end with the slot player this time. Watch, right here is who he's trying to get the ball to in this little empty void. McElroy looks left, throws the ball hard, and it off the hands right into Shepard. McElroy came to the game with 121 straight passes without interception. Tried to stick that, it went into Preston Dial, and it bounced right to Calvin Shepard. Nice start.
Calvin Shepard gets the interception. For more, let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks for enduring pregame. Shepard, one of the leaders of this team, gathered the whole team together. He said, we're getting no respect. We're 7-1. Protect our house and win this. He was so emotional. He was literally in tears. He meant what he said, and we saw him step it up right there, guys.
Indeed. And for the second time, LSU starts inside Alabama country. There's a handoff to Spencer Ware, number 16, offensively for the LSU Tigers, presented by Chick-fil-A. You met the quarterback up front.
Hurry up. How about this?
Barksdale, DeRozic, Lonergan, Hebert, and Hurst. Option. The pitch. Russell Shepard. Tough to find a home for him. Recruited as a quarterback, one of the most highly touted high school quarterbacks in the country. Did not get into action much. Now they moved him essentially to wide receiver. Tolliver, Peterson, Ridley, Stampley, Shepard. I'd give you more time, guys. Now 3rd down and 7.
LSU has not attempted a pass, as you can see. 5-0.
Here's the first. Jefferson just dumps the ball, and it's caught, but it's going to be short of the 1st down. That was Richard Murphy, number 18.
Well, one of the trademarks of Kirby Smart and Nick Saban's defense is a disciplined zone defense. Watch the drops. Too deep. They pattern read within their zone. They distort their zone to the patterns. They just don't run the spots. They follow the patterns within the zone, and they do a good job of forcing the short drop-off. Nice 3 and out from Kirby Smart's defense for Alabama.
That brings on Josh Jasper, who is 14 of 17 this year. This from 45 yards out. You can see he's had a terrific career for the Tigers. Got it! LSU on the board first. Josh Jasper, 15th successful field goal this year. Brings the approval of his head coach. Josh Jasper will kick off. He authored that 45-yard field goal. And you can see they have won 7 straight when scoring first. Richardson and Julio Jones are back. And that's bobbled into the end zone. Richardson. Whoa.
Does not have to bring it out. Does not have to bring it out.
But he was indecisive, wasn't
yes, he didn't do it.
Well, SEC West, Auburn, of course. They're out of conference today. Alabama and LSU at 4-1 in conference play. Mississippi State, Arkansas, and then Ole Miss. If Alabama wins, they keep their aspirations alive, and they're very viable to get back to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, they control their own destiny,
Yes.
obviously. 3 home games remaining, and, of course, one of them being Auburn.
Ole Miss is coming in here next week to play LSU, and they need a little help. From the 20.
Sue.
I think you inspired him.
Not hard to get your name when we do a game, is it, Vern?
No, no, no.
Get your name called all the time. Just go out there and make plays. Excuse me, couldn't get it going right there. Runs right through Carpenter's block, who had a great game last week, graded out the highest of all the Alabama offensive linemen, and he ran right through it. That does not look good.
No. 2nd down 9. McElroy looking left. Now he fires right. He's got a man wide open. 1st down as Preston Dial makes the last catch. There's a good look at Alex Hurst, sophomore from Arlington, Tennessee. 1st down 10. 3-0 LSU. Ingram, a yard.
Tell you have somebody run for 440 yards on you, and John Chavis is your defensive coordinator, and then worse luck than that, you've got 2 weeks to play the next game.
Right.
John Chavis, as you're looking at him right there, is going to get in your ear and challenge you to stop the run. It's always been his philosophy. Load the box, stop the run, and then we'll take our chances in the backside.
2nd down 8.
And Peterson has chased Julio Jones over here. He is trailing him and matching up with him.
Ingram coming left, gets a good block and slices between defenders out near the 46. That might be enough. It is going to be enough for another 1st down. A gain of 9. Barkevius Mingo makes the tackle.
Well, one of the things that I've always admired about the style of Mark Ingram is his forward lean. When he sees a crack, he trusts his blockers and attacks that play and slashes in there. He's not had a lot of attempts. You know, he's just averaging just under 15 attempts a game in the past few games. He hasn't got a lot of touches, so he should be healthy. And here we go, Wildcat, huh?
With Ingram in the backfield to take the snap. He'll run it. Remember that amazing performance against South Carolina last year, the night in which he probably secured the Heisman Trophy. Out of the Wildcat, he ran for 246 yards that night. Mark Ingram, knee surgery in August. He missed the first 2 games this year, but then came back. His first game back, huge game against Duke, and he ran well in the next game, and then has kind of tailed off a little bit, just a bit. 1:15 to go, 3rd quarter. McElroy, Julio Jones.
Oh, man.
What a pretty play.
Back shoulder. I don't care how good you are. And Patrick Peterson has to just tip his hat and say, I can't cover him any better than that. I'm forcing a back shoulder throw, and watch Julio Jones go get it at the top. They don't do that any better on Sunday than that right there, and both of those guys will be there soon.
That's a gain of 19. Now it's Peterson and Jones. They're going at each other for the third time in as many years. Two of the best in the game. There's a little snap pattern. And in front of Peterson, Jones makes another catch.
Well, I wrote this note down that the last time they faced each other in their 7 attempts, that he really did the job on Julio Jones. He didn't catch any of them when Peterson was on him. Well, you won't be able to say that this year.
No.
And you know what's a big part of that is Greg McElroy's a better quarterback than he was a year ago.
That will be the final play of the first quarter, as McElroy and Jones have teamed up to move Alabama down the field. That's the end of one, with LSU leading 3-0. 3-0 here with LSU holding on to a slight lead. A battle going on now between Julio Jones and Patrick Peterson. It's not the first time they've met.
No, since they were true freshmen, they've been key players in this game. This is 2008 in overtime. Great coverage, back shoulder throw. I remember when Peterson had the cramps in last year's game, he was not on the field for this one, and it was a rather big play in the football game. When he was out there last year, he was successful against Julio Jones. We all remember this play. The interception that was ruled not to be, and of course, in the game today, as advertised, these two guys go at each other, and a great back shoulder throw has Alabama set up almost to red plus territory to get a scoring opportunity.
Second down 1 at the 23. McElroy, the handoff, right side, big hole. Richardson diving for the end zone, down at the 1.
That's a pretty special play right there. This is a man who's about as strong as you can find at running back in college football. Well blocked up front against an outstanding defense. Look at the balance. He twists, he turns, accelerates for the goal line, reaches out. I don't know if he got it, how close it was, but very, very close.
First down and goal. Brad Smelly, number 17, along with Preston Dial in the backfield. They load up to the left. Richardson. Nothing.
Does it not strike you that Smelly and Dial, the two tight ends, take the spot of Terrence Cody by themselves? I mean, in weight and everything.
Yes.
Remember, Cody was right there. He'd do it by, takes 2 guys. Remember, we had 3 guys for Tebow last week. Well, it's 2 guys to replace Terrence Cody.
That's right. Take a look at the Verizon red zone. It's second down and goal. Second man through. Stopped again. Preston Dial saw something he didn't like and ducked in there rather quickly.
Well, there's a lot of pride when you have a team a week ago put all those yards on you, and you have a goal line stand. Now it's 3rd and short. Do they throw the play action pass, or do they run it 2 more times? What does Jim McElwain and Nick Saban want to do?
That's Preston Dial. Play action. McElroy heaves it out. Caught. Richardson. Got it. They rule he broke the plane. Patrick Peterson, disagreement.
I'll tell you, this is just the competition. You got to love this. Watch Patrick Peterson and Trent Richardson compete here. Number 7 on number 3. Watch him compete. He knows it's going to him.
Previous play is under
He
further
comes
review.
up, makes the tackle, and one last leap, one last stretch with the football. That is two guys going at it.
Now the play is under review. Jim Allison is the replay official up here.
Remember, Peterson is a corner. Manning up like that.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Jeremy Shelley with the extra point. It is up and it is good. Richardson with the pass reception, third straight in which he has caught a TD on 3rd and goal. Greg McElroy rolls out, finds his running back Trent Richardson. Alabama leads. We welcome all of you back to Baton Rouge, Death Valley, Tiger Stadium. This annual battle between Alabama and LSU, and the Crimson Tide has just gone 81 yards, 11 plays. They get the lead on a 1-yard touchdown pass. Greg McElroy to Trent Richardson. Now Ron Brooks and Patrick Peterson await the kickoff. Here it is. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Oh, brother. So that'll come out all the way to the 40, and that'll take a little oomph out of that celebration on the Alabama sideline. Nevertheless, talk about that drive.
Yes, 4 for 4 for their quarterback. And, Greg McElroy, the more you watch him play, the more you see why Alabama has such great confidence in him. Even the interception was a well-thrown football. Now, what does LSU do here? As good as Alabama runs the ball, they have to throw it a little bit. I think LSU's going to have to do the same thing. You can't hide your quarterbacks in college football. Maybe in some leagues, but not in this league.
On first down, Jarrett Lee is back in. Jarrett Lee is now down. Josh Chapman.
Yeah, speaking of big guys.
Yes.
Right on the nose this time. Does an arm over. Actually, he gets by 2 people. Up, he gets by T-Bob and Abear, and then the running back can't get him, and a big sack up front.
That is Chapman's first sack of 2010. And it's a loss of 12 all the way back to the 15. On second down, Lee inside. D'Angelo Peterson, yeah, that was. And gets the yardage back +3.
See, that's when he's at his best, Jarrett Lee. When he throws with his rhythm, and he knows where that ball's going. He knew all the way. This time, the slot was uncovered. He quick fake, get it to the slot, puts it in a position where it's 3rd and it's short and manageable against this Alabama 3rd down defense.
3rd and 6. See Jefferson 2 of 3 so far. So also, well, they're right. Neither has been very impressive throwing the ball, quite frankly. Here's Lee behind the receiver, tipped and incomplete.
Inaccurate throw. I don't know if they would have got the first down anyway, but it was not accurate enough. We always talk about this. These short throws, the receivers do not have enough time to react to the throw. They have to be very accurate. Look at that. It's way behind. And LSU is very fortunate that that ball was not intercepted off the tip.
Russell Shepard, the intended receiver. Dante Hightower is putting some pressure on.
Vern, if Russell Shepard had not reached back, that would have been intercepted and tipped it.
So Derek Hilton is on to punt. Little bit of pressure applied by Alabama. Marquise Mays at the 24. Heading to his left. And he gets to the 26. So a lot of running for a 6-foot gain.
That was excellent coverage by LSU.
McElroy, right side, man open. Yep. And that was Julio Jones again. This time, Carnell Hatcher was there, and Morris Claiborne, no Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, Morris Claiborne is now signaling over to number 7. This guy's hard to cover. You know, I think one of the most improved, as good as Julio has been in his career, his route running is really coming on. I watched him early in the year. He is a much improved route runner from where he began this season or in his past 2 years.
Now he's matched up with Peterson, top of the screen.
He always has been strong. Everyone knows the scouting report on him.
Ingram, left tackle inside the 40, 38-yard line. Downs with a stop.
Yeah, our feature matchup. Two great football players. We got a lot of guys on the field that we can watch. These are the two you can't take their eye off. Two men that compete every play. Each of them, as you see Julio right there, has gotten the better of the other one. But you know what? Both teams depend on them to make the plays throughout the game.
Second down, 7, and it's Peterson and Jones to the near side now. McElroy, caught and dropped. Kelvin Shepherd was one of those who cut through and got to the meeting.
I think it was Ryan Baker who actually came late. Baker on a delayed blitz. Watch him come late. Shepherd takes the block, and then Baker and Shepherd meet at the quarterback. They each got one leg.
They're down 15. Under 2 to go, first half.
That's the scouting report on John Chavis. Always has been. He's going to come after you.
Nevis with a great job.
He forced another call on him, too.
That's going to be holding as Nevis broke through almost immediately.
He has been double teamed with the guard in the center all game. I've been watching you, Drake. You have been playing football.
Offense 73. Penalties decline. Fourth down.
And William Blejos had no choice but to grab him that time, and he has been coming every play, full speed, right at the quarterback. All effort from Drake Nevis.
Holding against the time.
The holding penalty on Blejos is declined. And Cody Mandel is on to punt. Patrick Peterson waits at the 10-yard line. Oh, that takes a nice Alabama bounce.
You're supposed to catch those. That landed right on the 10-yard line for that specific reason right there.
44-yard punt. Now Jefferson for the year has thrown 52%, so it's iffy when he lets it fly, but he got that one. He's going to throw it again. It's caught by D'Angelo Peterson up at the 38-yard line. 39.
LSU will use their timeouts now. I would say LSU's got to get it pretty close to the 35-yard line, somewhere around there, to get a shot for Jasper.
They do have 2 timeouts left. 21 seconds to go, 2nd and 1. And Jefferson has hit his last 2 passes. Alabama brings forward, Jefferson back. Deep left side, he's got a man open. Ruben Randall was there. And Jefferson overshot him by 2 feet.
And you know what? When you've got struggling quarterbacks and you're a highly recruited wide receiver, you got to make this play. He had 40 yards to watch this ball. LSU people are saying, can somebody make a play? I mean, it wasn't an easy one. I know. It wasn't an easy one. I'll give you that. But it would have been a nice one.
There's Ridley with a handoff. He does pick up the first down, but it comes with 10 seconds to go. So Les Miles, Gary Croton, they went deep and they had what they wanted.
Well, I like the call because if you make a mistake, it happens way down on the other end of the field. Crowd is murmuring because the clock started again.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of the half.
They will leave the field with 2 timeouts in their pocket. let's go down to Tracy, who's with Coach Miles.
Coach, once again, we see your two quarterbacks struggling. We saw a little something there, but what else can you change to get this offense going?
We need to continue to run the football. In my opinion, the back end of the half, we threw the ball better. We continue to. This game's going to be like this. It's going to be a hard-fought game to the bitter end. We're playing a good defense. Don't expect anybody to go up and down the field. But this second half we're just where we need to be.
Everyone was talking about the matchup between Julio Jones and Patrick Peterson. What have you seen so far?
I think it's a physical matchup. You know, it's yet to be said. The back end of this game will tell you.
Thanks a lot. Vern?
All right, Tracy, thank you. That's the end of the first half. The score 7-3, Alabama. Let's go to Tim Brando in our New York studio. 7-3 is the margin of difference as we get set for the start of the third quarter. Moments ago, Tracy Wolfson with Nick Saban.
Coach, you had balance in that first half offensively, but just 7 points. How do you put more points on the board in the second half?
Well, we didn't have very good field position a lot of times. We only put really one good drive together. Penalties really hurt us on a couple big plays that would have changed field position. We just got to execute better. Got to do a better job of focusing and finishing blocks. We got a lot of plays that could break out. Guys coming off and making a play. Got to do a better job in pass protection. When we threw the ball effectively, that's when we scored, and that's what we got to do.
Last 3 games have come down to the fourth quarter against LSU. Did you remind them of that in the locker room?
Well, we got to play a complete game. You know, we don't care what the score is. We got to play a complete game here, and that includes the fourth quarter.
Thanks a lot. Vern?
All right, Tracy, he reminded us last night in a short conversation. In his mind, they have not played a complete game. Teams leading at the halftime has won only one of the last 6. That doesn't augur well for Alabama, if you believe in omens.
Pretty tight game here, though.
Yeah. That one's a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson with you here at Tiger Stadium in Death Valley. Anything surprise you at all about the first 30 minutes?
I thought LSU would be able to run the ball better than they have. I think they've run it, 18 or 19 times for less than 2 yards per carry. I think what Les said at the end of the half, we saw that they might complete a couple passes, but here's the problem or the dilemma for LSU. They have not been able to produce the big pass play in the last 10 quarters. They only have one pass over 20 yards. Where is the big play going to come from? I think that's what LSU has to think. Where do we find it?
Jefferson back in a quarterback, play fake from the end zone. Goes across the middle. He's got Terrence Tolliver at the 25-yard line. That's a quick strike of 19.
And I really think that's what LSU is just going to have to do. You know, this guy Jordan Jefferson threw for 2,100 yards last year. So he can do it. You just got to dial it up. First down, throw something downfield. All those short passes are just getting eaten up by the aggressive defensive backs for Alabama.
That is the longest pass play for LSU in the ballgame. First down from the 25, corner blitz. Jefferson pounded. Whoa, he's got a man open. This is Ruben Randall in a foot race down the sidelines. Touchdown, Louisiana State University. That is the first touchdown pass thrown by Jordan Jefferson since they defeated North Carolina game 1 of 2010. $75 yards. Extra point by Jasper is up and good.
I think Dre Kirkpatrick is the guy right here that needed to help. He needed to come back here, and he did not. Watch where he stays. Mark Barron is going to go to the side, but Dre Kirkpatrick never gets back because the other safety valve is at about 6 or 7 yards. The breakdown in the defense was apparent, a perfect throw, and all of a sudden a 75-yard touchdown.
What a sense of exultation from Jordan Jefferson. It has been a long, long season. Reuben Randall, touchdown, Tigers. And we look out at the kickoff return team, Marquise Mays and Julio Jones, and it reminds us that Trent Richardson was injured on a touchdown catch. We've not seen him since. Here's Mays going right. Up and out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Patrick Peterson playing special teams. He's the last guy back there to make that tackle.
There's Richardson. He is responsible for the only Alabama touchdown in this game. Only score.
Remember, first and second down, LSU stopped him on the run. Alabama forced to throw on third down. They get the touchdown, but he got his ankle or knee rolled.
LSU 10-7. Ingram. Nice run. Second down and a yard, Alabama. Exactly halfway through the third quarter. Ingram does a little wiggle of the hips. It should be enough for a first down. Let's go down to Tracy with an update on Maurice Claiborne.
Yeah, guys, the LSU cornerback out with a head injury right now. They were checking for signs of a concussion. He remains under supervision on the sideline. That's the third starter out for this LSU team and the second in the secondary, guys.
All right, thank you, Trace. We saw Alex Hurst come out in civvies and his right foot in a boot.
Yeah, Brandon Taylor also.
First down 10, Alabama, 7 to go, third quarter. McElroy so far 11 of 19 for 111 yards. Oh, he's got Mays and Peterson battling, and Marquise Mays got the ball, and there's also a flag down.
Yeah, I think Peterson tried to interfere on the play, and it still was completed. Mays off the line of scrimmage. Now it's a race. And another well-thrown ball. Look at Mays at the end, stack
Pass
up.
interference, defense number 7, penalties decline, play results in first down.
What I mean by that, once you get by the defender, you get back on top of him and stack him behind you. That keeps him where he only can come through you to get the ball. Mays, perfect technique. Well, one thing I will agree with Les Miles on when he told Tracy, this game's going down to the end.
They have
They
recently.
always have.
Yeah. Quick green. They did not get the block on Peterson. He's not able to make the tackle, but he impeded the ball carrier, Julio Jones.
Wide receiver screen did not knock down Peterson, but did get in his way enough to make it a successful 6 or 7 yard play.
Gain of 6, second and 4.
Well, you know, we got a fresh Mark Ingram, and because of the injury to Trent Richardson, I wonder if we're just going to get a whole load of the Heisman Trophy winner.
Second and 4 here. There's the start of it. If it's going to happen, but boy, it sure was.
Yeah, good defense. Kelvin Shepard, Drake Nevis. Shepard was the guy that I think came up and filled hard. Cuts back, cuts right back to the inside linebacker.
Third and 4. Richardson has not played since making the touchdown catch first half.
Again, remember, Alabama loves the little screen pass to the running backs in third down.
McElroy. Julio Jones has the catch and a first down at the 29-yard line. It was Shepard who got him, but Julio Jones, off of a 12-reception game at Tennessee, is having a big afternoon.
Well, this was a wonderful read by Greg McElroy. See the slot, number 14, Matthew, come on the blitz. He knew right away he was going to come to Julio Jones. Ooh, right in the helmet. That one could have been 15 more yards.
That was Barkevius Mingo. First down, 10. Ingram tries the right side, nothing there.
Not easy.
Second down, and officially they're going to call this still a need of 10.
In that game, one of the best old coaches and young coaches in football, Pat Fitzgerald and Joe Paterno.
Yeah. McElroy gets a good block on the right side. That catch is made at the 17-yard line. Marquise Mays. That's a gain of 12.
Ball placement. If you're a quarterback and you like to watch somebody carve up a defense, watch ball placement. Watch where that ball is. Almost in the white, and look at the technique by Mays. That ball, when it was caught, was kind of stretched out over the out of bounds. Beautiful throw.
McElroy gives it off Ingram. Bumps out for one tackle. Gets inside the 10 and down to the 7. Preston Dial with a key block.
You're right. Bounced off of somebody. Who was it? Inside Shepard, who was actually fighting off a block at the same time. And Dial just kind of being there forced that turnaround by Ingram.
The Verizon red zone statistics. Alabama's been inside the 20 just once. Previously, they scored on a 3rd and goal, and they've got a 2nd down and 1 right now, trailing by 3. Ingram comes left, 1st and goal.
Boy, I guess you got to call this awareness, patience, discipline, because he just runs into the pile here and then says, all right, keep going, don't give up on it, and make the first down.
First and goal. Toss, Ingram, left side. Touchdown, Alabama. Got the block that freed him up from Michael Williams and Preston Dial.
Oh, yeah. Like we talked about, Alabama has this guy that won the Heisman last year.
Right.
Julio Jones, Greg McElroy, Jordan. You talk about everybody. You still can. How about that being your second option? And answering a 75-yard touchdown pass and the crowd going crazy.
I just read a note this morning that a portion of the state highway is going to be named in Mark Ingram's honor.
That was a bad snap right there, and a good job by A.J. McCarron, the backup quarterback.
In his hometown of Michigan. We work together.
Really?
Yeah.
Preston Dial does a good job again here, Vern. I have to go with the replay. It was a good story.
Whoops. Definite oopta there at the end. Peterson. And Gary just second down, 7. Blitz. Jefferson, nice catch.
Jefferson's pass.
Ruben Randall.
Complete to Ruben Randall.
Well, it looks like this game is, again, turned into Jordan Jefferson's football game. He's now 9 for 11 on the football game.
He picks up a couple.
And I think what Les told Tracy at halftime, the couple completions he had might have given him enough confidence to get going.
Remember, at the end of the half, they started their last drive on their own 4-yard line. And here's Russell Shepard going, oh boy, Marquise Mays got him. I beg your pardon. It's the other 4. It's Mark Barron. Mays and Barron both wearing the same number.
Yeah. Great blocking at the point of attack by the LSU wide receivers. It's going to be on the right side of the screen. Watch it come right in there. We're going to watch the fits right there. 1-2 good blocks and split by Russell Shepard, and Mark Barron is the only one that had a chance to get him.
Mark Barron shaken up at the end of the play. Barron walks off without assistance. It'll be first down and 10 with 1:07 to go, third quarter.
Let's give Gary Croton, the offensive coordinator for LSU, a good attaboy on that one. That was a nice call. Unbalanced line, overshifted, quick motion in the speed sweep. Caught Alabama off balance.
Jefferson play action. Chased. He gets by Darius, and he is spilled as he gets to the 17-yard line. Dante Hightower finally got there with help from Josh Chapman.
Gets outside. Alabama does a nice job of taking away the first throw. He goes around Marcel Darius and makes something a positive play.
Randall Shepard wide to the left. Mark Barron is back on the field. And he'll blitz. Pass is left side. Richard Murphy, third down. C.J. Mosley made the tackle, which resulted in a loss of 1. We have reached the end of 3 with the score 14-10. We'll return to Tiger Stadium right after this word from your local station.
The sun will soon find its home in the western sky, and it will be Saturday night in Death Valley.
That's why you love college football.
Absolutely.
That was the announcement made during the break, because they do love their football. On Saturday night in Death Valley, they've won 218 games at night in the last 50 years. Here's Jefferson being caught and dropped by C.J. Mosley.
Well, you have to believe that Kirby Smart and Nick Saban said, let's keep a guy on number 9. Especially in shotgun. They knew he was going to carry the ball. Mosley filled it perfectly, and that was a dead stop.
That's going to bring on Josh Jasper, who is 1 of 2 today, lining up for a 35-yard attempt. It is up, and it is perfect. That cuts the margin to 1. Josh Jasper kicks his second today. Jasper will kick off. Marquise Mays and Julio Jones are the deep men. This is Marquise Mays drifting back, now drifting forward, and takes it at the 10. And he's going to get out near. Is there a fumble? A scramble. Alabama will retain possession of it. So 14-13, almost the whole fourth quarter. What are your expectations, sir?
We've just started. That's my expectations. I knew it'd come down to the fourth quarter. Tough football game. Everybody playing as hard as they can. Great athletes all over the field. Ebb and flow. just everything you want in a great college football game.
Well, 14-13, these two old rivals, and there's a lot at stake, as we've said. Alabama can still get to Atlanta and even get to the national championship game if they win today. LSU needs to win and get a little help to reach their goals for the year. Richardson is back on the field. Here's McElroy. Little crossing pattern for Marquise Mays. It's no good. 2nd and 10. Delayed blitz.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful call.
Ryan Baker, number 22.
Yeah, this had to be a bust. An inside linebacker is always assigned either to a running back or the offensive line. This has to be a bust on the play. He delays one step. Not really. I got to believe Trent Richardson, number 3, should have stayed home and blocked him on the play. And, you know, keeping in the back 9, the patrons are very loud.
Hand off, Richardson. Went down hard. Therold Simon, number 26, true freshman. 3 starters injured, 2 on defense for LSU in this game. Simon with the tackle. It's 4th and 13, and Patrick Peterson is back to return the punt.
Pretty amazing. Eric Reed, Greg Lawson, Taron Mathau, Teron Simon, 4 freshmen contributing for LSU.
Cody Mandel gets the snap. That one's not that much better, but it gets a bit of an Alabama roll. Is it touched?
Yep, it did.
Well, now let's unravel the pile.
Patrick Peterson was very upset. Let's see who got it. Looks like LSU from body language.
Yeah. Ron Brooks might come out of there, number 13. Yes. Looks like Brooks got it.
He better. That's the ball.
Wow.
He's the one that hit his foot.
First down for the Tigers.
Brooks is blocking on the play, hits him in the foot, and he gets it.
And that, I would say, is a scholarship-saving recovery.
That
Michigan 67, Illinois 65.
Sellout crowd here.
37 yards, total offense.
Josh Chapman, number 99, nose tackle. Look at this. That's extraordinary. Only 2 fumble recoveries all year.
can't find him.
Jefferson has gone the distance for the most part in this half. And now Red Lobster presents today's Scholar Athletes. P.J. Lonigan with a grade point average of 3.1, a major in business management, and the LSU Center member of the SEC Academic Honor Roll. Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future shown today by donating $1,000 to LSU's General Scholarship Fund. Broken tackle, another broken tackle. And Stephen Ridley is across the 50 with a first down.
Well, Stephen Ridley said, if I can do it against Alabama, I can show everybody that I can do it against the best. Runs away from Damian Square, runs away from Mark Barron, and then's taken out. What a positive play. 2 big runs for LSU.
And a first down. Actually was marked out of bounds just short of the 50, and that pass incomplete for Terrence Tolliver. Dre Kirkpatrick, number 21, was defending.
Well, who has the advantage in a tight game? Alabama's been in them for 2 years, but LSU, they're 4-1 this year. Started out with North Carolina, West Virginia they won, Tennessee they won with an asterisk, Florida they won late, and then of course last week against Auburn they had the ball but didn't pull it off. Alabama's 1-1. Arkansas they won, and South Carolina they lost.
Second down 10, 14-13. Confusion defensively, and Ridley comes left. Takes advantage of that inexact defense that Alabama threw down. That's a gain of 19.
Well, let's give it to the offensive line. Going behind Barksdale right here. Cleans it out. Good block up front by the fullback.
That was Stampley. That quick handoff, and we're nearing the 11-minute mark. Marcel Darius with the last tackle. Toss. Michael Ford, number 42, he gets to the 30-yard line.
Well, you know Les Miles, this is what he loves. End of the football game, pounding the ball downhill, challenging his offensive line to be physical against the defending national champions. And Vern, if they don't gain a yard, it's a 47-yard field goal from here.
Jefferson option, pitch, Ford gets around the corner. Oh, it looks like he's going to be a yard short. Ronnie Lester, number 37, with the contact. And C.J. Mosley was also in the neighborhood. Oh, boy.
Decision time. I actually thought Jordan Jefferson should keep this inside. He pitched it, and Ford outran the defense.
And Miles is going to go for the first down.
It's just not Les Miles, is it? I mean, he's going to go for it. I don't blame him. If it was a half-yard back, I would kick it too. But I think you look at your guys and say, you want to win the championship, we're going for it.
Jefferson is the quarterback. Ridley, the running back. Toss. Ridley, reverse. Here comes the left side. D'Angelo Peterson inside the 5. Out of bounds, first and goal.
Well, as he's called, the Mad Hatter. And he had a play. He looked at his team and said, we got a play that's going to work, and we're going to go for it.
How about the block? Jefferson on Barron. 23 yards to the 3. Ridley down to the 1.
Second and goal.
9 minutes to go. Second and goal. Up.
No.
In.
Did he drop the
No.
ball?
Looks like Kerry Murphy got there first. Number 64, Alabama.
Well, let's see. Up and over, didn't make it. And he's stretching the ball out. Marcel Darius takes it out of his hands.
Third and goal. Let's try Ridley again. Spins and scores. Touchdown, Louisiana State University.
Definitely going to go for 2. They went against Tennessee to the left when they had to have it, and they went to the left again with Ridley. Every time I saw in practice that they did this 2 points, they rolled to the right. Let's see if they do it.
Here's Jefferson. Got it. Rendell. 77-yard drive. Every single yard on the ground. Les Miles' team is on top. Now, if you think that they quit cheering while we were away,
Nope.
you just haven't had your portion of etouffee.
The whole, what was it, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Well, Greg McElroy has been here before. Remember Les? You know what I got to say? They may call him the Mad Hatter, but there's a method to his madness.
Well, they're 7-1, hoping to go 8-1 in this one. There's Julio Jones. From behind. Well, Greg McElroy in his second year as a starter out of South Lake Carroll High School in Texas. How about his fourth quarter efforts last 2 years? McElroy, 3 of 5 against Virginia Tech, 88 yards and 09 against LSU. Offensive coordinator Jim McElwain working with him.
And with under 8 minutes, if you're Jim McElwain, you know you're probably only going to get 2 tries.
Saw Kelvin Shepard exhorting his teammates on.
Fumble.
Down.
Fumble.
Ball's out.
Guess who? Drake Nevis. Drake, I got you covered, Drake.
Guess who else? Kelvin Shepard.
Well, this series has always been a story of fourth quarter turnovers. Watch Drake Nevis right in the middle. Arm over, knocks the ball loose, and then his buddy, number 11, falls on it. What a play. What an All-American play by Drake Nevis.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, he led the chant with all of his teammates surrounding him. Nevis was in that group just before they left the field. Highly emotional Kelvin Shepard. Jefferson. Now, Gary, Jordan Jefferson stays in a quarterback. Do you think he's done enough to end the rotation for the moment?
It's not even a contest. The guy in this game is 10 for 13. He's proven to the coaches that he can handle the game plan, run the ball, and throw the ball. LSU must at least put a field goal on the board here.
Ridley going right down at the 25. It's going to be third and long.
Stephen Ridley, the ball there, right side. Upshaw.
6:45 to go.
Here comes Stampley, number 35. And usually run behind him at fullback.
Short game.
They probably will run left, too, if they run, to center it up for a field goal.
Ridley.
Should be inside 40 yards, shouldn't it, for the field goal try now?
Yes, here comes Jasper.
And Lester. Fourth down.
Derek Helton will hold it. Joey Crapel, number 50, is the center.
Good job.
Right down the pipe. 5 minutes, 34 seconds to go. 5:34 to go in this one. It's 24-14. Flashback to the last 3 years, Gary.
In 2007, it was Chad Jones, a fourth quarter turnover. In 2008, Rashad Johnson in overtime ends the game. Here's the turnover that wasn't, that decided the game. Remember Alabama, and then moments ago, the turnover in the fourth quarter. He beats Playhouse up top. The turnover to put a 10-point lead for LSU.
Here's Jasper to kick off. Marquise Mays at the 5. Really bounces off the open field tackle attempt and gets out near the 27-yard line. Blitz coming. McElroy hit up high as he gets rid of it. Preston Dial with the catch.
Right off the slot again. Coming from his blind side, coming right across. Lays him out.
Here's Tyrann Mathieu, excuse me.
Oh, I didn't know who it was. Thank you, Vern. A whole different feel here.
Tipped. Dropped. Peterson's right there. Incomplete pass.
Whole different feel for Alabama. They cannot matriculate down the field now, as Henry Stram used to say. They need to stay shotgun. They need to throw the ball. It was tipped up front.
Ron Brooks, number 13. You know, the late Hank Stram was one of his most famous. He was wired for sound in Super Bowl IV as head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, and he had that rolled up program, kept swatting it one hand to the other. Here's Darius Hanks, and that's going to be short of the first down. And Hank Stram famously said, let's keep matriculating up and down the field, boys. Let's matriculate up and down the field.
It's very, look, and I'll tell you, Coach Chavis is not laying back. He's very aggressive.
Third down short.
He's coming again with players.
Big hole. And a first down at the 35-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu made the stop.
Nice cutback by Ingram here. Feels it, cuts back to the backside behind McCullough's block. Number 52. Nice read.
McElroy underneath. Julio Jones doesn't quite get to the first down line. Carnell Hatcher, 37, makes the stop.
Hatcher. Picked up 9 yards.
Second and 1. Marquise Mays. First down at the 15, 14-yard line. Clock will stop as they reset the chain. Pretty impressive drive now by Alabama. Taking the short pass. From right. Catch is made by Brad Smelly, number 17. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
So 7 plays on the drive. 6 of them have been passed. A little third and short and you run by Ingram is the only running play.
Hatcher injured on the bench. Batted down.
I'll tell you, there's no backup in the intensity and the strategy from LSU. They just keep coming. Mingo that time. Kiki Mingo comes in there and is in the face of the quarterback.
Third down from the 10. Third and 5.
And remember, a field goal is needed. So if they get nothing here, they could kick the field goal in this drive.
McElroy in the end zone. Julio Jones. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, I'm very very surprised Patrick Peterson allowed Julio Jones to get inside of him here. One-on-one coverage, inside technique. See, there's the straight line, and he lets him get inside of him, and he's dead. Once you let a guy 6'4" get inside, you're dead.
Jeremy Shelley will try the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And with 3 minutes and 23 seconds still remaining in the fourth quarter.
Put it up high, go to your go-to guy, and don't worry about who's covering. If you throw a good ball, they can't stop it.
24-21.
Alabama has 2 timeouts. Will they kick it deep or onside kick it? I'm pretty surprised that LSU isn't trying to discourage the onside kick and put the hands team up front. I do think Alabama wants to kick it deep.
Cade Foster will kick it off, number 43. Peterson and Brooks are the 2 deep men there back at the 10-yard line. Deep she goes. At the 3. Peterson. Nice open field tackle by Will Lowry, number 29.
All right, LSU needs 1 first down.
Okay.
I think they can ice this game. Alabama knows it. They have to stop it. They have to have a 3 and out.
Option right. Pitch. Tackle made. That's D. Milliner, number 28.
Yeah, negative play. Exactly what they didn't need, and Jordan Jefferson took one right in the chops.
Alabama calls time.
I think it was Damian Square, number 92 again. Yep, good clean play on the option.
The hit from Square. Jefferson is down. The tackle results in a loss. And Jefferson still. It's an injury timeout.
Wonder if they'll let Lee throw the ball. That's because, you know, first down wins the game. Turnover loses the game.
And it'll be 2nd down and 13. Lee gave way to Jefferson for most of this game.
You know, looks like Jordan Jefferson could come back on the field. He looks like he could go.
After this play.
Yes. Well, they could use a timeout if they wanted him to get in the game and get him back in for this play.
Jarrett Lee under center. Toss, Ridley. 3rd down. D. Milliner, the freshman out of Millbrook, Alabama. Timeout, Alabama. Now they have 1.
And Jarrett Lee is going to stay in the game.
3rd and 13. Lee up, goes deep. Wide open is Randall. Still on his feet. Decides to camp his tent at the 34-yard line.
I don't mean anything bad for Alabama, but I've seen Jarrett Lee go through hell. Okay, throwing those picks as a freshman and coming back, he rides up in the pocket and delivers it. How about the guts of a coaching staff to ask the quarterback with all those pick 6 to throw it and make the play?
Here is Jarrett Lee out of Brenham, Texas. What a huge pass completions on 3rd down. Ridley. Upshaw trying to take the ball away and can't.
Well, we started the show by saying the 2 quarterbacks had to come through. And basically, they both have come through.
Alabama has used its final timeout. We'll be right back. 2:02 to go in this one, but just a moment ago on 3rd down and 13, Jarrett Lee on for an injured Jordan Jefferson. Had a 41-yard completion to Ruben Randall.
And just think about it, going through his head, he knows if he makes a mistake, he may have to hide his way out of town. And he stepped up and delivered it. What would your friend Bill Raftery say about that?
Onions!
Got it.
And then he'd say it again. Oh, goodness. 1:50 to go. 3rd down 8.
They will not be able to run the clock out. There'll be about 30 seconds left when they have to punt the ball.
Ridley picks up 3. 3rd down, 6. 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, here comes LSU with a 3-point lead. Jefferson is back in. Handoff Ridley going right. It'll be 4th down.
Stephen Ridley to the right side. Kirkpatrick and Mosley. Made the stop.
Clock at 50 seconds. 4th and 3.
Les will probably run it down to 1 second and take a timeout so he can set up his punt. He also could take a penalty if he had to.
5 seconds to go. He did take the penalty.
Dead ball, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
We've had another dandy here in the Southeastern Conference, and Josh Jasper is going to pooch kick this one. Marquise Mays will go back to return it.
Catch and hit. 1
Fair
second.
catch. There you are. At the 14-yard line. Alabama gets it back. Out of timeouts.
I think you got to either go hook and lateral right away or throw the Big Ben deep right away. You don't have time to mess around. Patrick Peterson is the middle of the field, about 40 yards deep, playing center field.
McElroy, Julio Jones drops this one. That is a rare sight indeed. Second down 10.
There's Peterson way back there on the 45-yard line.
McElroy goes for it all. Tipped, incomplete. 4 seconds to go.
Wow, that had a chance. Darius Hanks had a chance on that one. Watch number 15. This ball goes straight up in the air, and Hanks to the right side has a chance to get this one. Up in the air, watch Hanks. He actually overran it.
Third and 10. Hook and lateral. Darius Hanks. Ball game. Shake about 2 hours before the kickoff. They meet each other at midfield again. Nick Saban, Les Miles. We go down to Tracy, who's with Les Miles.
Les Miles just a tad bit excited here after this victory. We saw the Mad Hatter. 4th and 1 in the reverse. Did you just feel you needed to pull something out in order to get this win?
Fortunately, I got a great team. Got coaches prepared them well. It's been a mistake not to make that call. I got to tell you, that Alabama football team and Nick Saban has done a hell of a job preparing that team. We're honored to play as well as we did, and what a quality game. This is the best of college football. Don't let anybody kid you. You look right around right here. It is about Tiger Stadium and a quality opponent playing a great college game.
Congratulations. Enjoy the victory, Coach.
I promise you I will.
We're welcome.
Thanks, Trace. I think we also began the afternoon about 4 hours ago saying, well, it's another average Saturday afternoon in the Southeastern Conference.
I think Les Miles should just start his own network.
For Tracy Wolfson, Gary Danielson, our entire crew, Vern Lundquist, it's Saturday night in Death Valley.